Imagine walking up to your front door, inserting your house key, and feeling it violently jam. You push harder, but the mechanism is completely rusted out. The key bends, completely useless. Welcome to Dr. Levitas. This exact structural failure is happening inside your body right now, completely undetected by standard medical checks. Millions of people walk out of their annual checkups with a clean bill of health, told their blood sugar is perfect. Yet, beneath the surface, a hidden metabolic storm is brewing. Today, we are uncovering the silent breakdown of insulin resistance before it shifts into the wild metabolic fire of pre-diabetes, and how you can rewrite your cellular future. Please take a second to like the video and leave a comment. Your engagement is a huge help to the channel. Why can your fasting blood glucose look completely normal while you are secretly developing insulin resistance for decades? It sounds like a medical paradox, but it is actually a masterful game of biological camouflage. When you go for your annual physical, the standard lab panel checks your fasting blood glucose. This test only measures how much sugar is floating in your bloodstream at that exact second. A landmark study published in the Lancet Diabetes and Endocrinology back in 2016 demonstrated that cellular insulin resistance can quietly progress for 10 to 15 years before your fasting blood sugar climbs even a single point. Your body prioritizes keeping blood sugar stable at all costs because excess glucose in the blood is highly toxic to your blood vessels. To keep the peace, your system deploys a brilliant temporary compensation strategy. It hides the underlying damage by forcing another organ to do double the work, keeping the true breakdown completely invisible on basic screening tools. This brings us directly to what I call the rusty lock mechanism. To understand this, think of your cells as houses, glucose as the fuel trying to get inside to give you energy, and insulin as the master key. In a healthy body, insulin smoothly unlocks the cell door and glucose enters. But over time, due to genetics, chronic stress, and modern nutritional patterns, those cellular locks become dry, stripped, and deeply rusted. The key no longer turns easily. When your cells reject the insulin key, glucose starts backing up in your bloodstream. Sensing danger, your brain sends an emergency distress signal to your pancreas. The pancreas responds by manufacturing massive waves of extra insulin keys. If one key won't open the rusted lock, maybe 20 keys will force it open. This strategy actually works for years. Your pancreas overworks itself to absolute exhaustion, pumping out 5 to 10 times the normal amount of insulin just to force that normal amount of sugar into your cells. Your fasting glucose looks perfect on paper, but only because your pancreas is running a metabolic marathon behind the scenes to hide the structural damage. Eventually, this massive surplus of circulating insulin begins to spill over into other tissues, triggering early visual warning signs on your skin long before a laboratory blood test sounds the alarm. When insulin levels remain chronically high, the hormone acts as a powerful growth stimulant. It binds to receptors on your skin cells, causing them to multiply at an abnormal rate. This manifests in two very specific ways. First, you might notice tiny, harmless outgrowths of skin called skin tags, particularly around your neck, armpits, or friction points. Second, it can cause a condition known as acanthosis nigricans. This presents as faint, dark, velvety patches of skin, most commonly found on the back of the neck, knuckles, or underarms. It is often mistaken for simple discoloration or hyperpigmentation, but it is actually a physical manifestation of metabolic distress. These skin changes are not cosmetic flaws. They are your body's brilliant way of waving a warning flag, screaming that your internal locks are rejecting insulin. Have you ever experienced an intense, heavy wave of sleepiness right after eating a normal lunch? Many people laugh this off as a simple food coma or a sign that they need more caffeine. In reality, it is a direct sign that your cells are actively rejecting sugar. When you consume a meal, your food is broken down into glucose. If your cellular locks are rusty, that sugar stays trapped in your bloodstream. Your pancreas panics and releases a massive tidal wave of insulin to force the sugar out. This extreme spike in insulin finally forces the glucose out of your blood, but it does it so aggressively that your blood sugar plummets below baseline. This is called reactive hypoglycemia. Because your cells are resistant to insulin, they struggle to pull in energy efficiently, leaving your brain and muscles temporarily starved for fuel. The profound fatigue you feel 60 minutes after a meal isn't a sign of healthy digestion. It is the exhausting aftermath of a cellular battle where your body had to deploy extreme measures just to process your lunch. This exact same signaling failure explains why so many individuals struggle with holding on to stubborn belly fat, even when they are consistently following a low-calorie diet. This is one of the most frustrating aspects of metabolic health. Weight management is not a simple game of math or willpower. It is strictly governed by your endocrine system. Insulin is your body's primary energy storage hormone. When insulin levels are chronically elevated to overcome those rusty cellular locks, it acts as a one-way biochemical valve. High insulin levels tell your adipose tissue to pull energy in and lock it down, while simultaneously blocking lipolysis, the cellular process of breaking down stored fat for fuel. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Investigation highlighted how hyperinsulinemia actively locks energy away in fat stores. If your insulin is constantly high, your body physically cannot access its stored energy for fuel, leaving you feeling constantly drained while your body hoards visceral fat around your midsection. It is a signaling breakdown, not a personal failure. So, how do we catch this hidden breakdown before the system completely fails? The answer lies in a simple, inexpensive blood test that is tragically omitted from standard physicals, the fasting insulin test. While a standard glucose test measures the passengers in the car, a fasting insulin test measures how hard the engine is working to push the car up the hill. You want to ask your doctor to measure your fasting insulin alongside your fasting glucose. Using these two numbers, you can calculate your HOMA-IR, which stands for Homeostatic Model Assessment of Insulin Resistance. This elegant calculation divides your fasting insulin and glucose to give you a clear look at your true cellular sensitivity. A healthy fasting insulin level should ideally sit well within the single digits. If your fasting glucose is a perfect 85, but your fasting insulin is up at 25, your basic blood test will say you are fine. But your HOMA-IR will reveal that your pancreas is working dangerous overtime to maintain that illusion. Demanding this test is the ultimate form of proactive health advocacy. If you suspect your locks are getting a little rusty, the incredible news is that your cells are remarkably adaptable. We can completely resensitize your system using 3 highly effective, sustainable lifestyle steps. First, focus on altering the sequence of your meals. A study from Diabetes Care in 2015 confirmed that eating your fiber and protein before your carbohydrates significantly reduces post-meal glucose and insulin spikes. Second, embrace progressive resistance training. Muscle tissue is your body's largest clearance sink for glucose. When you contract your muscles against resistance, your body activates special transport proteins called GLUT4 receptors. These receptors move to the cell wall and pull in glucose without needing insulin at all, bypasses the rusty locks entirely. Third, implement a simple 10-minute walk immediately after your largest meals. This light activity utilizes that fresh blood glucose for immediate movement energy, taking the immense pressure off your pancreas and allowing your insulin levels to naturally drift back down to a peaceful baseline. Here is the doctor's verdict. Your health journey is not about achieving perfection overnight or punishing your body with restrictive short-term fixes. It is about understanding the elegant language of your cells and giving your body the support it needs to thrive. Recognizing these subtle signs, the post-lunch fatigue, the skin markers, the metabolic stalling, is your opportunity to step in and rewrite your health trajectory years before a clinical diagnosis ever occurs. You have the power to clean out those cellular locks, restore your energy, and reclaim complete control over your metabolic future. Let's change how we look at metabolic health together. I'm Dr. Levitas, and I'll see you in the next video. Watch this video suggestion. It was especially picked for you. Please share, comment, like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Thank you. It helps a ton with the algorithm. Remain tuned for future videos and keep growing.